So today I want us to explore the real reasons why some people get married earlier than others. This is a question that you might have been asking yourself personally, but you have not gotten answers to this particular question. Not even for your own personal benefit or for your own knowledge only, but just because you're trying to understand life. There are times, if you're a person who is growing and evolving, you just want to try to understand how things work in the life and in the world that we live in. And it's a great question that you have asked. I myself have asked this question, and being in this field, I have explored and I have been able to discover some answers for you, which I am bringing through this video. Welcome back to SAGENEL TV. Subscribe if you haven't, you would understand why at the end of the video. Check the description box just under this video for other great offers that I have for you, how you can book a session with me, so on and so forth. I help women meet and marry their husbands. I help successful women meet and marry their husband, sharing, letting them know that they can be successful and successfully married too, as I also help husbands meet their wives. Amongst other things that I do, when you check the description, you'll find out. One of the first way that we can find as the reason why some people get married earlier than others is their environments. The bad I don't really have it categorized there into one, two, three. I just want to talk about the current findings that I have discovered. The environment, background, community, and then the quality of people in those places speaks volumes. So, for instance, I have a lot of people in my circle got married from who got married to people from the university that we all went to, or let's talk about university. Let me leave the other example I wanted to give. A lot of people who got married, who a lot of my friends, so a lot of my people that I know, even if they're not direct friends, but a lot of people that I know who got married early. It was, when I mean early now, I'm talking about before 30. Okay, so let's define what early means. A lot of them got married from school. A lot of them got married from school. I remember speaking with a friend, and the friend was sharing that, listen, if he did not even get married at the time, he's not even sure, and he was single now with the kind of life that he was living. He's not sure about the married thing, or how early or how quickly he was going to get married. True facts, true facts. And so what happened was that the environment of school, people found their love in school, and then they stepped into the relationship with their loved ones. Okay, so you found your love in school, stepped into a relationship. You were young, and they decided, why not? I mean, what are we still doing with each other? The kind of school too also matters, anyways. But hey, a lot of people, whether you went to a private school or a federal school, a lot of people, this was their reality, and they're like, what are we doing? Let's get married. Now, for some people, it wasn't the exact school that the person went to. It was more like the environment. It could be a group of school systems, it could be a big group of private schools, it could be a group of federal schools or public schools. But the point is, there was that environment of students, and people who were able to find their partners there. Most of them got married the earliest. They got married earlier. Now, people who did not really get their love and their partners from school, a lot of them did not get married before. Did not, I don't want to say a lot, but some of them, because I'm talking just based on immediate information and survey that I have around. When I mean immediate, I'm not talking two or three people. This is something that has been observed over the years. They got A lot of them did not. Some of them did not really get married. Of course, they finally got married, but it's not maybe before the age of 30. And are there people who got married to people outside of school and got married before the age of 30? Yes. So that you don't go and think, I mean, oh, if you don't get married before the age of 30, then you're not meeting the person in your school, or if you don't meet a person in your school, you don't get married before the. That's not what this conversation is about. What this conversation is about is we're just finding out the real reasons why people get married earlier. And I would say it has a lot to do with the community factor. And community here talks about school, community factor, community, common interest, some of these things, especially if people who found their spouse through school. For some reason, they just got married and they just decided, let's get married. And one of the reason is also because school allows us to get to know people. We have like a life system where we meet every day, every week, depending on whether your department or how your school was wired. So why some of these people did not see any reason for the delay is because they're like, but I already know you now from school. Like, of course, a lot of these people got married after school as well. So like, but I know this the rhythm, this is the system, this is how we roll, this is our method of operation. What else am I discovering about you again? Let's get married. So it was easier for those people to get married because they already know each other. Some of them were already even dating from school. Okay, they were already dating from school. So there's already some sort of rest. Like, I know who this person is. I've seen them on their best days, I've seen them on their worst days. We've laughed together, we've eaten together. So they're quicker to say, what are we waiting for? Let's get married. Okay, so this is one of the real. I'm going to continue to explore this. Listen, but I wanted to answer this question. And other people who have gotten married before the age of 30 as well, who it was not necessarily from school, you will see that this principle works for you as well. Even if it's not necessarily from school, but at least you were in an environment with that person, whether it's your church or whatever other environment you were in, environment or family. Another set of people are those who get married to their family friends. Those people who get married to childhood friends, family friends, they also get to tend, there's the likelihood of getting married before the age of 30. First of all, they know each other. And if they decide to get married, they're like, so what are we waiting for? We've known each other since we're five. We've known, so those things give these people, both parties, assurance that, okay, what was there to fear? What are we afraid of? We have known each other since, you get. Or if it's school, is it not you? This is the school. We know each other. We know the diet we're eating. I'm talking about food. I mean, whether spiritual diet, mental diet, emotional diet. We know the kind of things we listen to, and we just have a life together in that sense. And of course, these common communities, childhood friend, whatever. Most times, those childhood friends, even if they didn't go to your college or your second university, it could be that they went to maybe your primary school, or you guys were in crèche together or something. So these are some of the real reasons why people get married earlier than others. Now, for others, as I start to close out this video, this first installment, because I'll still revisit this topic as I get more information for you. For others, you'll see that the process that some of these people who went to school together and some of people who are marrying their childhood friend and so on and so forth, the process is a bit, they want to get to know each other first. They want to be sure, they want to trust, they want that assurance. Another set of people who get married to faster, maybe I don't want to say under the age of 30, they may not necessarily be under the age of 30, sort of like getting married under the age of 30, but who get married faster are also people who are matched made by reliable people. I mean, reliable people. Not that, not be person for road. No, no be that kind. So those set of people as well, they're like, oh, this person, I know this person. This is how this person has been working here, or this is what she does every day, or this is what he does. Those people also tend to get married faster. But the person, they're not getting married because of what the person that match made them said. Oh, I'm not saying the person that match made them now is their roadmap for the success of their marriage. But I'm saying the person that match made them has to have a high level of integrity. I know a successful single woman. So I'm talking to you. I don't just want to call her name in this video, who got married that way. She was match made, and he didn't spend, if they didn't spend, although they were way, of course, over the age of 60. This was more of an older marriage, but it was through matchmaking, and it happened. But they trusted the person enough that was matchmaking them, and then they pursued something from there, and then just picked up from the backgrounds that they've learned about each other before they met each other, and then they continue to learn about each other. Like, okay, then let's do this, based on based on making sure, based on their results of the test, saying that, okay, what this person that match made us said is actually true. Now, it is different for different people. Some people do not have, or some people were not asked out in school, or the quality of people in the school wasn't given, or whatever else. So they did not have all those school love or all of those things. That's totally fine. You would meet and marry your husband, even if that is your situation. Okay, so it doesn't, I'm just actually doing this video to answer that question, because people want to know, why do people get married earlier than some other people? Even though I am praying, sometimes this situation happen. And that's why sometimes our parents would, I don't know, there's a particular case that is coming to mind now. It's so funny, about a particular person who is fighting to keep her word in a particular school, even though she doesn't have the money to pay the school fees. It's a big situation happening at the time of this recording, but I trust and I pray that they resolve it in the name of Jesus, because it's not really good for their family. But anyways, I digress. But what I was trying to say is, a lot of parents will push themselves to put their words in certain schools, whether it's Ivy League schools, or so some of them, they were not doing it because of marriage. They were doing it because to get a good job. But what that inadvertently made make happen for their children was that their children met quality people that they could also marry. I mean, common with the same common interests, and quality people in this sense. Okay. I just, it's unfortunate that we have to be explaining everything in this generation, but quality people, I mean people at least that were on their same level. Okay. Hopefully the same value system, and hopefully people who understand marriage. But these are how a lot of these people will get married, and this how, so even though their parent put them out, go to this school, hey, so that you have the good job. That's what most parents were doing. Most parents were not really thinking, marriage, hey. But what now happened was that good marriage, or a certain kind of marriage, was birthed out of that. So we'll continue to explore this topic. Let's stop here. There are other videos that I've done regarding meeting and marry your husband. Please do well to watch it. And I will see you on another video that's is gonna come very soon. So stay tuned, subscribe, share, and share your comments. What do you think about this? Did you learn something new? I'm Sage Nell. Thank you for spending this time with me.